Hey, what's going on, guys? And Happy New Year. Today for the shave, we'll be using the Stallion soap. We will be using our Rockwell 2C turned into to a 6C, because Lingophile was generous enough to donate the other two base plates. So thank you. I'll be using the Rockwell on 4R4 today. So that's the base plate I'll be using. And the blade that I have loaded in here, brand new Bic blade, B-I-C. So, upside down, no one. Okay. So that's what we're using for the utensil. The Bic blade does not have, I'm going to start loading here. The Bic blade does not have any glue on it, so that's really nice. That actually came out of a sample pack that I bought. I don't know, I think it was 25 or 30 that came in that sample pack, and that was one of them. I think it's a good blade. We'll see today. So, yeah, it's the new year. Hope everybody has a better year this year than the previous. And, you know, I mean, we always hope for the better, right? The better years. But as far as, like, my year and as far as shaving alone goes, nothing else, just shaving. I just want to thank you guys, and I appreciate, you know, all of you watching and taking part in my videos, commenting, liking the videos, you know, that type of thing. Using our Omega, by the way, Omega 10066. Yeah, so just really appreciate that. And, you know, we'll grow. I put the tub down there and it like started doing this little, yeah. Yeah, hopefully, you know, we'll grow over the next year to be maybe double the size we are now and have a larger community, and, you know, we'll go from there. Have some more guys to talk to and fun stuff. Because this is, at the end of the day, this is just shaving, right? And so, you know, you at least for me and my channel, I just kind of like try to talk to you guys, and I've said this before, I just kind of try to talk to you guys as if you're sitting in front of me and we're having a chat over whatever, you know, a beer or whatever. So that's kind of how I go about my shaves. So this Razor Rock soap, it's the Stallion. It's based on Anthony Esposito, the Stallion. He goes by the Stallion on YouTube. Razor Rock itself, very, very good company. As far as value goes, excellent value from Razor Rock. I don't know if it could be beat as far as per ounce for a tallow soap. That's, you know, that has more than just a standard like soapy scent. The scent is awesome. And they have a ton of scents. I mean, that's just their thing. They have a lot of different scents. They do have a tallow base. This is the tallow base, and they do have their vegan base as well. So if that's what you're more into. But yeah, very, very good soaps. For the aftershave today, we'll be using English leather. Alex actually asked if I had English leather today. So I was like, you know what? I'm shaving tonight for the New Year's shave. And this is actually, it's actually 12 something a.m. New Year Day. So this is technically a full New Year shave, and I'll upload this video later today. I uploaded my Arco actually New Year's Eve too, so. But yeah, I'll be using English leather today for the shave. Right there. I've only used that once or twice. I remember I had a very, very bad shave. I don't remember why it was. It was the very, very first time I actually used English leather. And that video is out there. I don't know what went on with the shave or why it was so bad. I just remember it was a rough shave. Had a couple cuts. And English leather, for those of you who don't know, is extreme. Like the alcohol content in this is extremely high. So because of that, it was not a good time for my skin. All right, Rockwell 2C turned into a 6C. Yeah, Linguifal said I had to mention that. Because technically I don't have a 2C any longer. It's a 6C. Yeah, it's definitely something that I'd say the generosity in the wet shaving community is, and the helpfulness. You know, most guys are very helpful. So in this community, it's a very, very good thing. I think for most guys in this community, the aspect of wet shaving just kind of like, it's, I don't want to say old timey, but it's old timey, right? It's something that not many, it's a very niche hobby. And I say hobby in general terms because, you know, I mean, everybody shaves, right? Well, not everybody. I guess some people grow beards, but for the majority of people shave in the world. And this is a very niche hobby, using the products that we use and the way that we use them. So first pass, the Bic blade did okay. I definitely had a lot of growth, but it's chopping it down. No problem. For those that don't know, the reason in wet shaving that we do multiple passes is because, wow, that scent is nice. Is because we're reducing the beard. It's beard reduction. So we're not trying to take everything off in one straight pass. We're doing reduction of the beard. So, you know, the standard, and some people deviate from this, and if it works for your skin, it's perfectly fine to deviate, but the standard is with the growth, across the growth, whichever way that is, and then against the growth. And sometimes you'll see that referred to as like WTG, with the growth. You'll see across the growth ATG, or sometimes XTG. That's more commonly XTG, and then you'll see against the growth either AG, TG, or ATG. Since it really depends on which form you're reading, but yeah, those are kind of like the generics. So if you're worried about the terminology, but I wouldn't worry about that. Just know that that's why we do the 3 passes. Some people get away with 2. I've done 2 plenty of times. For me, in DEs, I think 3 passes work the best for me. If I'm going for that BBS, that baby bottom smooth shave. Basically meaning that you don't feel any hair whatsoever in the spots where you don't want to feel it. Obviously, I have a goatee, but everywhere that you shave, you don't feel any stubble whatsoever. That's a baby bottom smooth shave. If you're okay with feeling a little bit of stubble, you could definitely go maybe 2 passes. And for that, I would recommend either with the grain against the grain, or across the grain against the grain. If you're using a straight razor, always remember to stretch your skin. It's a good habit to do even with DE blades. Stretching your skin helps get that hair follicle out of the actual skin. And so when you're cutting it, you're actually cutting it at the skin level, or if the hair follicle is out here, right, and I pull the skin, then the hair follicle would come out a little bit more, right, and you cut it, and then it would retract under the skin. Now, some people say that's when you get these ingrown hairs and that type of stuff. That can happen. The majority of the time, that only happens when you have several blades. So that's why you get a lot of ingrown hairs, irritation, that type of thing when you're using cartridge razors. So with single edge, DE blades and single edge razors, which this is a single edge here, it's basically using kind of like the same, this obviously is a gem that uses gem blades, but single edge razors basically are just DE razors broken in half. Because every now and then I'll get an email, and I received one a couple days ago actually. So right after my last shave, with that gem razor that I just showed you, I don't want to use his last name. Peter asked if he needs to do 3 shaves, if he's using like a brush and a DE, or if he could just do 1 pass. And so I explained everything I've said here. I've explained to him in an email. But yeah, no, you could do just a 1 pass with this. I mean, I would say you can get away with anything you want, right? But the point of doing what we do is to like relax, and I don't know, kind of like, for me at least, it's kind of like connect with, and this is kind of sounds weird maybe, but kind of like connect with our ancestors in some kind of way. Obviously, like, you know what I mean. Like, do things that they used to do. Straight razor shaving for sure does that for me. Like, especially when I'm honing and whatnot. Like, I just feel like in some way I'm connecting to the past. Especially when I'm using, like, when I used Paul's 1800 razor. That was pretty cool. All right, there we go. We have quite a bit more soap here. We'll leave that on the brush in case we want to do a follow-up cleanup pass. But yeah, that's pretty much it, Paul, if you're watching this video as well. If you have any questions, you could just, you can email me. That's perfectly fine. You can also ask in the comments below, and myself or somebody else that watches, I'm sure, will be able to respond to you and give you accurate information, or at least information that is accurate for us in our skin or whatever. So luckily I have a pretty good group of guys that watch my videos. So this is my against the grain, and you'll see even with a straight, I'll kind of like puff out my cheek. And that also has to do with stretching of the skin. Again, just trying to achieve that baby bottom smooth finish. Don't know exactly what we're doing well, later today, technically. I'll probably sleep until, I don't know, 8:39. And then I guess we'll get ready and go to my parents' house. We do, like, I guess depending on the culture, my wife's family does grapes and champagne, I think. And then we do black-eyed peas and cabbage. It's like a New Year's thing. The grapes and the champagne, that's actually meant for like the countdown. So during the last, what do you get? I think you get, I don't know, whatever it is. You get 12 grapes, and you're supposed to eat, and each grape represents a month in the new year. And you're supposed to like eat those all within the last minute of the countdown. So between 11:59 p.m. and 12 a.m. of New Year's Day, you're like shoving grapes in your mouth, trying to hurry up and get them down. So that was always fun when we were in Miami. So just that was a very different thing than what I was used to, but we did it for several years. And really, my parents have never done anything. Well, when I was a kid, but other than that, they never really did anything as far as like New Year's Eve. They never really did anything. It was always just, we'd get fireworks as a kid and do that, but other than the fireworks, we really didn't do too much. This blade actually is feeling pretty nice. And I can actually go all kinds of different ways on my face with the DE and single edge. And I always say this, but you have to realize I don't really shave with DEs or single edge razors anymore. I'm mainly a straight razor shaver, so it's different for me when I'm going this way, this direction when shaving, but also like when I say I'm BBS from the straight razor shave, it is true. I'm as BBS as I can with a straight razor, because there's some directions I just can't go, obviously, with a straight. So as far as the BBS goes, it's true as far as the straight razor, but oh yeah. Very, very nice. Do a little touch up. Yeah, no issue with the big blade. I was wanting to use the 6 base plate on this. Oh, I felt a little something right there. Decent residual slickness from this soap. All right. Let's go with, there's cucumber. Ooh. Oh yeah, that's nice. And we'll finish her up, like I said, with English leather. This is a huge, it's a very big top. It's a very big opening as well. This is like, I don't know, one of those old school, it's an old school scent. It's one of those old school type of glass containers, jars. A little bit of sting, not too bad at all. Oh, this scent is excellent as well. doesn't really pair or match with the Stallion scent, but I don't have the Stallion aftershave anymore. So, all right, guys, that's the shave. Hope you enjoyed. Like I said, I appreciate all your views, all of the, all the comments, the likes, all of the chats we've had, emails, text messages, phone calls. So, yeah, just know that I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you later in the new year.